Welcome back to Copy Trading on YouTube. Today's video is called JNemesis from eToro Update. Okay, so today I'm going to update you guys on my investment in JNemesis and how it's doing. I'm going to go through the update that JNemesis just put out 3 hours ago. I'm going to go through my copy trading forum account, which is a swing trading account, which I'm going to apply for the Popular Investor program in about 2 months' time. And I'm going to go through all my other plans, etc., from swing trading to day trading, etc. Okay, just to start off, JNemesis just put out a very long post there about 3 hours ago. And if you want to see the whole post, I'm going to read through the whole post at the end of the video. But basically, it is that he has invested in Corsair. So Corsair, they're a gaming company here. You can see here, the make all of the components for gaming PCs, keyboards, headsets, etc., cases, all top quality stuff for gaming. But they're the latest stock for the new meme stock for Wall Street Bets. So Wall Street Bets were pumping up the GameStop stock, and now they're doing it to Corsair also. Okay, but to fairness, this post from JNemesis is how he's passionate about this company. Okay, but in fairness, he has invested 4.5% of his total portfolio in Corsair, but he has made trades in this company from a few months ago, even from last January, etc. So he's just not going with the hype. He has done a few trades here on today on the 14th. Okay, so this is the new meme stock. But JNemesis is saying it's not really a meme stock because it's actually a very good company. He's been using the products for years. You can see here Corsair rockets up 30% in early trading on Monday as Wall Street Bets finds its latest meme stock. So they're pumping up this stock, guys. So, but JNemesis' update here was how he's passionate about this company. It's a great company. It has acquired other companies like webcam software companies and that create webcam hardware companies in the last few months, and their financials are excellent. Okay, he's went through that too. And he just goes through how passionate, and he believes, you can see here the valuations are very good and the revenue growth is all beating some of the other gaming companies like EA Sports. So he's passionate about that. He's 4.5% of his total portfolio in Corsair Gaming Inc. But you can see here on Monday it jumped up 30% and then it started to jump up even more. It's come down a little bit, but still it's going way up there, guys. It's come down there a little bit today. So Corsair is the latest meme stock from Wall Street Bets, and JNemesis has just put out a post. I'm going to read the whole post at the end, but just to know that he's 4.5% of his portfolio invested in it. He invested it before Wall Street Bets started to pump the stock. He's passionate about it. They've acquired some hardware companies for camera software. They've got a great outlook, and they're going to be he's 4.5%, so he really believes in this company. So is it a meme stock or not a meme stock, the JNemesis? But he believes in the company. As you can see here, I have 600 invested in JNemesis. I actually invested in JNemesis just before he was copy blocked. I put in $200, but then actually I put in, so I'm up 8%, and then I put in another $400, and but I didn't copy open. I couldn't have the chance to copy open trade, so it took a bit longer. So it was 200 at the start to copy open trades, and then I added in 400 more, maybe in March or so. So I'm up to 600 and up 8%. So I'm happy with that. So just looking at JNemesis stats here, this is stats for the last 3 months. So he's doing great. Down here is the Nasdaq 100. So he's smashing the Nasdaq 100. Very nice. Okay. So that's how he's doing on the charts. Just here you can see he's 4.5% of invested in Corsair Gaming, and profit is 5.88. So I'm up 5.88 on that 4.53% too. So just close that off. So I'm really happy with that. I'm up 8.5% nearly with J Nemesis over the last 6 months. But remembering that I only started copying him like really in March with the extra $400. Okay, and you can see here Kosar Gaming here. This is what they create. They create everything for gaming. So I'm sure you've heard of the name if you're a gamer. And Wall Street Bets are pumping that stock up. I'm going to read this whole post at the end of the video, but I just want to go over some of my other investments. I have invested in Bitcoin. As you can see here, I invested in $1,522 in Bitcoin when the big drop there. And I bought it at dollar cost average. So I bought a 500 here, 200 here, 350 here, just to get an even out price. So got a good enough price. I'm up $100 in that so far, and that's starting to recover. It's at 39,000 now. Remember, it was up to 60,000 this year, so I'm happy with that. I also invest. This is on my EC Green Candle, where I do day trading, but I'll be making more day trading videos soon. And that is my mostly passion is day trading, swing trading, and copy trading. Okay, I'm making videos on that, but I'm doing well on that. I've also invested 1,500 and 22 or something on XRP when it drops. So I'm going to leave the Bitcoin XRP for long term. I'm not really a crypto investor, but I just wanted to invest in some Bitcoin with XRP is going to be it's already used for banking services, etc. Like Thai banks are using it already. So I believe in that. And then Bitcoin, El Salvador last week, they are starting to use it as legal tender. So looking good for Bitcoin. And if it goes up to 60,000, it'd be nearly like 100% profit. So really nice. But I'm just looking here on my other account, which I've been working on building up, is Copy Trading Forum. So if you want to check me out on eToro, this is going to be my swing trading account, which I'm going to apply for the PI, the Popular Investor program, in about 2 months' time. But you can see here, first month I made 9.81% profit. Second month just slightly down 0.13. But I'll tell you the reason why. I was working through what strategy I'm going to do and etc. But this was crypto brought me just right down below when it dropped. But then 4.54% last month, and then 0.28% this month. But I'll be up there tonight because I'll show you now. Risk score here was 5, so I'm planning to keep around 5 and 6. But I got rid of my cryptos on this account. I had XRP and Bitcoin, and I just got rid of all of them over the last week or so. So I'm going to be keeping at 5 and 6, or just trying to keep it at 5. My max drawdown is 4.81, 5.58 weekly, and 10.3 on yearly. So doing good there. I have 2 copiers. Thanks very much for copying me, guys. So 62.50 profitable trades. But as remember, I've only started using this count in March, so mid-March. So active here, yeah. So the 5th of March, okay. And then I have 7.67 trades. So my strategy for this account is going to be swing trading, okay? So what I've learned is my day trading and swing trading from my mentor, who I went through and I did a course with, and he still supports me. So swing trading, my strategy is to focus on mega and large capital stocks. My trades are based on an analyst using the RSI model to find stocks that are oversold and a good price, and then I research analyst price prediction and rating, then news and fundamentals. Everything looks solid, I will invest. I prefer to keep my portfolio diversified, so I keep diversified in different stocks in medical, technology. Okay, I try to keep it all in. But this is going to be short term from a few days to several weeks. But I will hold the stock if I believe it's going to keep earning profits, etc. But I'll be setting the stop loss like after 10%. My goal is to try and hit 10% with each stock. But if a stock hits 10%, I'll put the stop loss on this under 10%, or I'll do a trailing stop loss where it'll follow the 10%. I might give it a little bit of room first, and then so I can keep the profits and go up. So I'm from Ireland. As everyone knows, I work in an artificial technology project in area quality control. I studied day trading and swing trading course with my mentor, who's a successful day trader. But I'm going to go through everything about me on a different video. But this is about Nemesis and stuff, but it's update, and I'm going to read that through you there. But I just want to show you that my stats, etc., and my portfolio at the moment. I'll just quickly show you that. So I'm here. Coinbase has gone way up. So this is one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. So 22.40%. I invested in Disney, 11%. But I'm up there, 13%. Johnson Johnson, see all large capital, mega capital stocks. Home Depot. So I'm buying these when they're down below the RSI model of 30, okay, around 30, or on the mega stocks, maybe the 40. And I'm analyzing the news. I'm looking at the analyst price prediction for next 12 months, and I'm using all that data to invest. But you can see here, gold, I'm going to get rid of that as soon as it goes back into profit, because I only got gold to even out the cryptocurrency to keep my risk score down. But I've changed my strategy. I'm only going to be doing stocks in this account. You can see my history here. So it took me a while to work out my complete strategy here, but so I closed some nice trades here. Costco, 20% profit, 22% profit on Costco there. Airbnb, I got 10.31% profit there. So close some nice trades there. XRP 9.1%, but I'm not going to be doing crypto in this count. So all green there, guys. So let's go back. Just the last thing about myself is here's my chart the last 3 months. A bit uh, I don't know here. It's I've Nemesis here on the green here, so I'm beating Nemesis for the last three months. So there we go, guys. I'm up 12.5%. This is there, and then Nemesis is I'm beating Nemesis at the moment. But that's only for 3 months. So I know Nemesis is a great trader, and I'm invested in it too. So if you want to check me out on Copy Trading Forum on eToro. If you want to copy me, it'll be swing trading. So for the long term, I'll always keep my trades in profit. If it's not doing so well, I'll wait for the trade to go back into profit, get rid of it, and get back into another stock. Okay, but I'll make a big video on that. I'll a video on copying me, Copy Trading Forum on eToro. But back to Nemesis here. Okay, so I'm going to read out this whole big post here so long. Anyone that's not going to wait around, please like and subscribe my video. If you enjoyed watching it, thanks for watching. And if you're new to eToro, please use the link in the description as my partner link to sign up for eToro. It won't cost you anything, but you support my channel. Okay, let's go into Nemesis update here for 3 hours ago. So part 1 of 3, Corsar, CRSR. So see all the comments down below for the rest of the article, because you can only write 5,000 words here. Okay, so yep, I'm writing about WSB. Okay, Wall Street's bets latest meme stock. Somewhat ironically, I was thinking about writing about Corsar since many seem to have forgotten about it in the recent months, now that the IPO hype has died off. I was entirely unaware until today that Wall Street bets were now fans of the stock. But I'm not here to talk about it as a meme stock, just as one of the best, perhaps best long-term plays in gaming, streaming, and maybe even esports for the long term. So he's saying it's not just a meme stock for him. As I said, he has invested in it before Wall Street bets started pumping it up. Just as a disclaimer, I'll probably come across quite passionate in this post, as he does. It's true. I use this company for 2 decades now. So he's used this company for 2 decades. Let's start with the journey. Corsar was founded in the mid-90s in the USA. They started life in the caching industry and swiftly moved into DRAM. By the mid-2000s, they became known among gamers for the RAM, which sat in the mid-range category, with good overclocking capabilities for nerds like me to maximize performance on a budget. So that was just your speed of the brain of the speed of the computer. The RAM works with the processor, the brain of the computer, and stores files temporarily to use. And then overclocking is where you push your processor and your computer to overclock, to overwork its speeds. Okay, they expanded into PSUs and cases, which again hit the sweet spot in the market of reliable, good quality products at affordable price for most gamers. The next logical step from cases was fans, since all good cases come with some. In the early 2010s, Corsair went a step further and started producing AIO coolers, which quickly became market leading products. This was their first truly dominated product range. Their PSU cases and RAM were all great products, but not simultaneous with this category, some synonymous with this category. They're all in one coolers, however, really were standing head and shoulders above the competition. To some extent, you could argue that Corsair even created this product category. At the very least, they popularized this. So he really likes his company. At this point, we are entering into an era of RGB lighting. All the cool kids had tempered glass side panels on their PC with glowing components shining through. Corsair quickly made RGB versions of all of their core products, launched their first series of peripheral keyboards, mice, and headsets, etc. They built Corsair Link software to manage all the devices and lighting, and breadth of their products gave them a compelling advantage over the competitors such as NZXT and even ASUS. After all, if you're going to have glowing RAM, coolers, fans, keyboards, and mice, surely you want to synchronize that glow. Corsair started selling their own graphics card, and even some that came with AIO coolers, another great innovation. And at this point, there wasn't much in the world of PCs they didn't make. Corsair had built the entire suite of good quality mid-range products. They had built an ecosystem of products. If you read some of the old posts about tech giants, you know the power of building your own ecosystem. Think about it. If you own Corsair products across all categories listed, and they decide to move into motherboards, you're probably going to opt for a Corsair motherboard too. And if the RAM dies or you need a new SSD, forgot to mention there were an early mover here too. Clearly, you would replace it with one that slots nicely back into your little ecosystem. So you would buy all the same products just so they work perfectly together from the same brand. Corsair had one weakness in gaming though. Consoles in 2019, Corsair plugged this gap by acquiring one of the most well-known control pad companies in gaming and esports, SCUF Gaming. Fun fact, they sponsored the team I used to play for in early 2010. Since I had a lot of hands-on experience with the product, I again saw this as a fantastic forward-thinking decision to expand their empire a little further. But before SCUF's SCUFF, they also identified a trend that many, even I, was not really thinking about: products for streamers. Elgato started out building video capture devices and camera management systems, had grown its own ecosystem of lighting products, micro keyboards, and video capture devices. In my previous career in esports events, I had a huge amount of experience with the company and our suite of tools which we use for setting up esports stage and online streams. In 2018, Corsair acquired Elgato Gaming. At this point, you're thinking, whoa, so they have a range of products that cover everything a gamer could ever possibly want. Well, almost. There was one thing missing. Although Corsair had produced a couple of standalone PCs, some of which were received immense praise from the hardware community, like Corsair One compact gaming PC, this wasn't really scalable. And Corsair wanted a way of packaging up all the components in an easy to sell format. This is where the third box acquisition takes place. Origin are the US biggest name in hand building customized spec gaming PCs was acquired shortly before Scruff. Boom, ecosystem complete, or is it? Well, no, as it turns out, Corsair management are always thinking 3 steps ahead since these major acquisitions. They made some smaller ones for companies working in audio equipment, mobile phones as webcams, and most recently, an esports coaching software platform. Okay, so that's part one of three. So part two. So we we had a good grasp on the range of products and on management's willingness to expand the products through intelligent mergers and acquisitions. Before we move to the financial side, I want to spend some time mapping out where this trajectory could take them, potential future acquisitions, targets, and markets they are moving into. So far, the company has focused on building a hardware ecosystem: RAM, graphics cards, keyboards, mouse pads, PC cases, control pads, lighting equipment, etc. There is little room to grow in this segment, but I expect we are more likely to see them begin moving into the software side of the business as the company continues expanding. Before we tackle the software, though, the one remaining physical product area I expect we could see a company delve into is furniture. I know you're going to be thinking, gee, I'm pretty sure IKEA has desks covered. Well, without being rude, you don't understand gamers. If you think IKEA desk is enough, I urge you to take some time to Google the term battle station. Okay, let's just go to battle station here to take a little break. Battle station. So, battle station. Okay, so these, let's see here if there's any images. Battle station, I'm sure are, there we go. So that's the battle station you see in here at the setups with all of the things for the screens and mics, etc. Very cool there. All the nice gaming chairs. I bought one of these gaming chairs. They're very comfortable. You can see here you have the mic and the PC, and wow, look at them screens, and the furniture and desk all matches up. Okay, so let's continue here. There are several Reddit communities with hundreds of thousands of members dedicated to pimping your gaming setup. In fact, the trend increasingly moving towards office setups too, particularly due to work from home trend. So you must be talking about the Reddit communities with hundreds of users. So we've seen it here. There was a Reddit communion here, Battle Stations on Reddit. So subreddit for Battle Stations pictures where they post all of their gaming setups, etc. I believe that I firmly fit into the has more money than sense demographic graphic of gaming, who would be happy to spend thousands on perfecting my working and gaming environment. In fact, I already have. I upgraded my IKEA desk to a Hamburg sit-stand desk with Bluetooth controllables. With modular design meant I could pick the legs, the texture, color, and finish at the desktop, the size and shape, and add cable trays, accessories, monitor mounts, and much more. I also forked out a lot of money for a Herman Miller office chair. My thought process is that if I spend more time at my desk than other places in my house, so the investment is well worth it. But of course, this is all anecdotal, sorry, a more concrete reason for Corsair to make this move. Logitech International are already doing it. They recently partnered with Herman Miller to produce a gaming version of the exact chair I own. Nearly there over the second one. There could be room for Corsair to build these products without any acquisition, though. Elgato already makes mounting arms for lighting and camera. Moving into monitor arms, PC stands, and desks doesn't seem like a big stretch, but maybe a chair company is all they need. Okay, so software now. The latest acquisition by this company of Gamer Sensei, A coaching platform for acquiring esports player is one of the many logical steps in this space, especially ahead of esports events, industry opening back up after what's happening in the world last year and this year. For me, this is the area of real passion. I worked in esports events and attend them for many years. I understand the pain points for consumer and event organizers. In 2007, I founded my own startup with a few friends that we stuck to it. May even had been a target list for companies like Corsair. We founded binarybeast.com. It's still up, it's old and broken, and we keep it up for nostalgia. Please don't hate on the design. But by the year 20, let's look up this website just to break it up 1 second. Okay, let's go to binarybeast.com. Go to binarybeast.com. This is the company Jay Nemesis set up when he was younger. Okay, let it load up there. We go back to it's still up and broken, but by the year 2012, we had acquisition offer from major gaming events companies, but never reached any agreement. There are many other platforms who went on to build what we started. The scale of the market on its own was vast, but I'll try to summarize the product and opportunity. Okay, so there's the Binary Beast website. Okay, wow, look at how old that website looks, at the forum and everything. So it's still up there, guys. You can go check it out. Tournaments. So it's to set up tournaments and stuff. A tournament platform does one core thing: connects players to compete against each other, especially casually or for money. Our products focus on knockout tournaments similar to the Euros many of you are watching right now. An organizer could construct the event, configure the formats, maps, rules, prizes, send out events, and report results and track matches. Players could make teams and schedule matches. The scope is much larger though. You could build marketplace for referee, tournament admin, coaching, streaming and media, event management, game service. You could set up paid services for custom team player profiles, think network spaces for esports, prize distribution services, event management services such as ticketing, game integration, data services for betting, game publishers, etc. Honestly, I won't list it all. I don't want to fixate on my passion. I love to restart this project one day and have much more I could talk about. But really, the most crazy thing about building out this software is that you can take the product and make a rebranded version of all sports. So you could use it for all sports. So beginning as an early leader here is strategically, incredibly important. I believe, given the insightful decision taken by Corsair so far, that they are fully aware of this opportunity and are much more likely to make the right decision in terms of who to buy and how to build a product. Okay, so down to the last part 3 of 3. You made it this far. Well done. Let's talk valuation. Market cap 3 billion for Corsair. GameStop 17.3 billion. Logitech 22 billion there. Okay, you can look through that yourself. 12 million trailing PE. 20.3 for Corsair. EA is 51. Let's look 12-month trailing EEV sales. 1.5 for Corsair. EA 5.1. 12 months trailing price book. Corsair 6.1. EA Sports 5.3. Year over year YOY revenue growth 65.4. Really nice there for Corsair. EA Sports 1.6. EBITDA margin. Corsair 13.5. EA 21.9. Debt equity 64.4% for Corsair, 27.4% for EA. Current ratio: Corsair 1.4, EA Sports 2.4. Long-term debt capital 38.7 for Corsair, 20.7 for EA Sports. So nearly there, guys. So with these numbers in mind, it quickly becomes apparent that Corsair is cheap in terms of PE because of the long-term debts. I didn't mention that the quick ratio but was actually not 0.85, which isn't great, meaning they may even issue some more bonds or debt soon, and aren't actually in a good position to acquire much with 123 million in cash. However, I believe the competition is less humble, lack the vision, and ultimately has thinner margins. Long term, once Kosar has grown to scale, Kosar is far the most exposed in the sports and the streaming of all these companies. An industry with private equity VC space carries a much higher growth multiplier than most industries. While the station with their debt balance sheet isn't fantastic, it's also not something I'm concerned about. This company is already profitable and they continue to scale. I expect margin to increase, especially as they move further into software. Corsair, of course, benefited from the stay-at-home trends, but not as much as any of the competitors listing, except GameStop. But that's here as we mainly a joke, honestly. Okay, so it remains a joke. Let's face it, streaming, gaming, and esports are not going to decrease in the market anytime soon. In fact, they remain some of the fastest growing markets I'm aware of. For more on that, I recommend checking out Newzoo reports, which I've already read religiously for years now. For me, the thing that really makes Kosar stand out beyond our competition like Razer, Logitech, etc., is the management's vision and execution on vision so far. Razer, Asus, MSI, Gigabit, NZXT, and many others are the same early mover advantage as Corsair. And besides Asus, none have really capitalized on this in the same way Corsair has. Asus is different from a lot of reasons. I won't go into it, but the point is that only Corsair have had the foresight to plan their growth into a new product categories and build an ecosystem that gamers are happy to be a part of. So what's the target? You know I don't like giving or solid numbers timelines. Markets are very fluid things, but I could easily see Kosar trading at double its current price in another year if they're able to really grasp the opportunity in front of them. With investor support, I could even see more rapid growth, perhaps even 10 times returns in 3.5 years. As always is the case of many technologies, though, the markets are shifting constantly. So this is one we'll have to monitor closely. As a final note, I know I wouldn't talk about it being a meme stock, but if Corsair were to issue more stocks rather than take on board further debt, and with Wall Street bets retail investors brought in, the company may just have the rocket fuel it needs to continue their aggressive growth using well-targeted acquisitions. I trust the management will make the right call and prove those wrong who pin the growth to the work from home trend, in my opinion, incorrectly. Thanks for reading. Sorry for writing so much. I look forward to some lively discussions in the comment for this one. Questions encouraged. Guys, get on the trend. Go check out J Nemesis and do your comments there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching to the end. Remember, like and subscribe. And if you're new to eToro, I'll leave a link in the description where you can sign up for eToro to support my channel. It won't cost you anything. Peace and love. See you on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.